A ref at a local middle school basketball game is attacked by a parent. The whole thing caught on camera. Now he is speaking out for the first time.
Tonight, Fox 13's John Hopperstad investigates what's being done differently this season to keep officials safe from coaches, parents, and fans.
The WIAA, which handles a large number of officials and refs in our state, now offering free training to athletes in some high schools to try to recruit more officials, while also planning an outreach to parents on how to better behave at youth games throughout the Northwest to avoid confrontations that sometimes get violent. Behind every scar, there's a story. For referee Peyton Coffin, his story was caught on camera.
I had my back to the bleachers. I wasn't within 5 feet of his son. He singled me out because I was wearing a striped shirt.
That striped shirt making him the target of a vicious attack on the court of a middle school basketball game in Kenmore. But his story begins when the game ended. Peyton was trying to break up a scuffle between players when a parent stormed out of the stands.
I'm just standing there. The situation is calm now. We're done. And this man comes out of the stands, runs across the court, right next to the coaches, and puts his left elbow in my back hard enough to break 2 ribs. I slammed down the court, broken nose, fractured cheek.
Peyton's scars still healing months after the attack, the worst thing he suffered in nearly 20 years as a ref, but certainly not the first confrontation.
We've been chested up, we've been, shoved, we've had people come by our cars afterwards and berate us and so forth.
It's getting worse. It's terrible.
Leslie Smith is the president of the Pacific Northwest Basketball Association. She's also been a ref since the 90s. She says the verbal and sometimes physical abuse from coaches, parents, and fans is on the rise in our state and across the country. And one of the reasons, along with the pandemic, that there is a shortage of youth sports officials. The Washington Officials Association telling us they are down 800 sports referees right now.
Officiating is a way to stay involved in the game, and that's why a lot of people do it, is to stay involved in the game. If you're at your job and someone's yelling at you, would you want to stay doing that? And so for officials, no, they don't.
The National Federation of State High School Sports says 50,000 high school refs have quit since 2019. And just last week, the CEO spoke out about abuse aimed at refs.
The boorish behavior of fans who attend sporting events is being normalized and, in fact, encouraged. The issue has become so serious that many states are proposing legislation to protect sports officials from assaults.
Referee associations in our state are also planning to push for new legislation to protect refs, something Peyton Coffin is now involved in when he isn't on the court or the field.
Tonight I've got the semifinal for the Metros. That's going to be a great game. These kids have worked hard all year.
Peyton says he won't let that violent incident keep him from what he loves, working with other officials, making a few extra bucks, and trying to pass along the importance of sportsmanship to kids and their parents.
Let us do our job. And if you don't like a call, that's fine. But it's not a bad call. And there's a pretty good chance I had a better angle on it than you did.
The dad accused of attacking Peyton has been charged with assault and has not yet gone to trial. Currently, there are 22 states, including Oregon, where there are specific charges for touching a ref. Washington is not currently one of them, but that may be changing in the next legislative session. Back to you.
All right, check this out.